are almost ready to begin the academic derby today. We hope you're doing well. We have two teams, Carolina Forest and Hunters Creek, and we will be announcing those players in just a second. But let me tell you about our scorekeepers, Miss Becky Sewell. She works over at our central office, and she's going to take care of us today, keeping those points and keeping me straight too. So we will now introduce our players from Hunters Creek.
Hi, my name is Grace McAllister, and I'm in Senor Balaguer's class.
Hi, my name is Cameron Harris, and I'm in Miss Henry's class.
Hi, my name is Molly Rosenfeld, and I'm in Miss Henry's class.
Hi, my name is Joshua Ledbetter, and I'm in Mr. Balaguer's homeroom class.
The coach for Hunters Creek is Susan Holder. Let's hear from our players from Carolina Forest.
My name is Brody Napier, and I'm from Miss Williams' class.
My name is Kyla Stevens, and I'm from Miss Williams' class.
My name is Joshua Olan, and I'm from Miss Jones' class.
My name is Bobby Allen, and I am from Miss Williams' homeroom class.
Maria Burdette is the coach for Carolina Forest. We're ready to begin. Carolina Forest, you know you receive 7 questions first. Hunters Creek, you need to pay attention because you don't know when a question may come to you. Math question first. A snail is crawling up an 8-foot high fence. Each day he goes up 9 inches. Each night he falls back 6 inches. If he starts at the bottom, how many days will it take the snail to reach the top of the fence? Now I'm going to repeat it. A snail is crawling up an 8-foot high fence. Each day he goes up 9 inches. Each night he falls back 6 inches. If he starts at the bottom, how many days will it take the snail to reach the top of the fence? Joshua?
32 days.
32 days is correct. Great. Science. Defined by Bronsted and Lowry as a proton donor. It can be produced by the decay of organic material, by the roots of some plants, or in the atmosphere. What general name is given to these chemicals that have a pH of less than 7 and whose types include carbonic, nitric, and hydrochloric? Joshua?
Acid.
That is correct. Great. English. What is the simple past form of the verb awake? Bobby?
Awoke.
Awoke is correct. Y'all are on a roll. History. This man was the most frightening ruler of Russia. He had mental and control issues that led to the death of the people around him. Tsar of all the Russians had a nickname for being so awful. His first name was Ivan, and his nickname was a synonym of awful. What is it? Bobby?
Dragovich.
Nope, I like your answer though. Let's go down to Hunters Creek. It is Ivan the Terrible. Literature. When Jim Hunter goes to England for a few months, he leaves his 2 dogs and a cat with his friend John. But when John leaves to go duck hunting and the animals are by themselves, they decide to make the 300-mile trip back to Jim's house. This is the plot of what novel by Sheila Burnford? Brody?
Homeward Bound?
No, that's a good answer though, good try. Hunters Creek? It is The Incredible Journey. I know that you remember seeing that as a movie. Geography. One of California's nicknames is Almond Capital of the World. Name this capital city of California. Joshua?
San Francisco.
Not San Francisco. Grace?
Sacramento?
Sacramento. And your final category is in sports. What is zero in the game of tennis? Joshua?
Love.
Love it is. Hunters Creek, 7 to you. Math question first. How much larger is 5 times the quantity of 4 plus 3 than 5 times 4 plus 3. Let me repeat it. How much larger is 5 times the quantity of 4 plus 3 than 5 times 4 plus 3? Cameron?
12.
12 is correct. Science. What kind of a skin growth can be removed with compound W? Carolina Forest? Joshua?
Molluscus.
No, a wart. English. What is the adjective for something you have no interest in, such as homework? It begins with a B. It's Hunters Creek's question right now, Brody. Cameron?
Boring.
Boring. History. King Henry VII formed the Yeomen of the Guard in 1485. What is the nickname for these men who guard the Tower of London? Carolina Forest? Joshua?
The guards.
No, they are the guards, but their correct name is Beef Eater. Literature. What is the name of the story collection including Cinderella and Hansel and Gretel? Bobby?
Fairy tales.
And whose fairy tales are they? I can't give you that answer, but I wish I could. It is Grimm's fairy tales. Grimm's fairy tales. Good try, Bobby. Geography. If you wanted to tour the cities of Rotterdam, Amsterdam, and The Hague, to what European country must you go? Joshua?
Spain.
No, you would go to Holland, or you could have called it the Netherlands. Music. Sebastian Bach lived in the Baroque period of musical history, Mozart in the classical period, and Brahms in the Romantic period. What is the period of the 20th century called, with composers such as Aaron Copland? Carolina Forest? Joshua?
Orchestra.
No, it's the modern period. Modern period. Okay, that is the end of our first round, and we will be right back in just a few minutes, so join us then.
Sure, I look cute now, but when my owner lost his job, it was rough. I was living on the street, and one night, me and this Cocker Spaniel got into it so bad, I wound up looking like an ice cream cone. I cried a little bit, but thankfully I got rescued, so I'm running, I'm jumping, all back to my old self, and I'm ready to give unconditional love, even if you put a lampshade on my head.
Oh, emojis! I thought the conversation just got dumber.
Ugh, internet trolls, just ignore them.
I like you just the way you are.
I believe in you!
She's a hugger. Give her a squeeze.
Help up the hand!
Ah, there you go. Thanks, mate.
You're killing it, Jane!
Well, we've got a score right here of 8-6. We have 8 points for Carolina Forest, 6 for Hunters Creek. In this round, we know we have a bonus, so it's a chance to pick up a few extra points. We also have new participants for both teams. Let's meet them so we can begin. We'll start with Hunters Creek.
Hi, my name is Miley, and I'm in Miss Waller's homeroom.
Hi, my name is Madison Smith, and I'm in Mr. Balaguer's homeroom class. Hi, my name is Haley Chastain, and I'm in Mr. Balaguer's homeroom class.
And let's meet our new players for Carolina Forest.
My name is Lucas Blair, and I'm from Miss Shepherd's class.
My name is Eliana Weston, and I am from Miss Jones' class.
And welcome new players. We're ready to begin. Hunters Creek, first question is yours, math terms. If a triangle has no congruent sides, what kind of a triangle is it? Miley?
Isosceles?
Not isosceles, but that is a type of triangle. Let's go to Carolina Forest. Eliana?
A scalene.
Scalene. Carolina Forest Science. A platypus swims in creeks and rivers of Australia and lays eggs. To which family of animals do platypuses belong? Is it reptiles, birds, amphibians, or mammals? Brody?
Mammals.
Mammals, because they provide milk for their young. Here is your bonus. A gecko is a small lizard. A ginkgo is something else. Is a ginkgo a bird, butterfly, tree, or fish? Joshua?
Bird.
Well, I'm glad you used one of those choices, but that's wrong. It is a tree. It has small fan-shaped leaves. Hunters Creek, art. In what kind of art, beginning with the letter A, is the emphasis put on color, shape, and texture rather than on the resemblance of the work to some real object? Madison?
Abstract?
Abstract it is. And here is your bonus. Which of these famous artists did not create abstract art? Picasso, Dali, Mondrian, or Michelangelo? Madison?
Michelangelo?
That is a very good guess. Great. Carolina Forest, math. Change the improper fraction 25 halves to a mixed number. Change the improper fraction 25 halves to a mixed number. Joshua?
12 and 1/2.
That is correct. Here is your bonus. How many eighths are there in 15 and 1/2? How many eighths are there in 15 and 1/2? Joshua, you have an answer?
7.
That's incorrect. It's 124 eighths. That's pretty short time to have to figure that up. Here you go, Hunters Creek, literature. In which famous novel does the hero fall into the clutches of the pirate Long John Silver? Carolina Forest? Lucas?
Treasure Island?
It is Treasure Island. Carolina Forest, American presidents. The first American president to have a news conference on TV had the first name of Dwight. What was his last name, Joshua?
Dwight Eisenhower.
That is correct. Here's your bonus. What was the last name of the American president that had the first name Calvin? Joshua?
Coolidge.
It is Coolidge. Are you going through all those presidents in your head? That's good. Hunters Creek, American geography. If you went from Albany, New York to New York City, would you go north, south, east, or west? Cameron?
East?
Not east. Carolina Forest? Joshua?
South.
South is correct. Vocabulary, Carolina Forest. What word beginning with W refers to the surviving widow of a man who died? Joshua? Hunters Creek? A widow. Hunters Creek English. If something is grotesque, is it large, filled with holes, very ugly, or growing very fast? Madison?
Very ugly.
Very ugly. Here is your bonus. What does I know I may be mispronouncing this, a ceramist do? C-E-R-A-M-I-S-T. What does a ceramist do? Predict weather, grow trees, make pots, or train rescue dogs? Okay, Molly, you need to give your answer to Madison. It's your bonus. Go ahead, Madison.
Make pots.
Make pots, good. Carolina Forest, math question again. Add the following numbers: 984, 63, 45, and 451. I'll repeat them. Add the following numbers: 984, 63, 45, and 451. What is your result? Lucas.
643.
That is not correct, but that's a very good try. Hunters Creek. Molly?
1,543.
1,543. Hunters Creek. Music. Popular in the early 1900s. Need to reset there. This is music. Popular in the early 1900s and sometimes heard on player pianos today, its piano pieces typically have a steady beat in the left hand and lots of syncopation in the right hand. Name this American musical style, whose most famous composers included the great Scott Joplin. It's Hunters Creek's question right now. Now we'll go up to you. Joshua, you want that question?
Yes.
Okay.
Blues.
That's a good answer. It's ragtime. And that is the end of our second round. We'll be right back with my favorite round, final one. See you later.
Na 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 na, I love you so. I love you, I love you. La 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 la, la 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 la.
We're here.
Yay!
It's a short drive from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
Welcome back. We're about ready to begin round 3. I said this is my favorite round because really we can get a lot of points in this round. We have a score that's only separated by 4 points, 24 for Carolina Forest, 20 for Hunters Creek. We're ready to meet our new participant for Carolina Forest, and then we will get ready for these questions.
My name is Gianna G, and I'm from Miss Williams' class.
And welcome, Gianna. Remember, these are true toss-up questions. Either team may ring in, so you need to be quick on your buzzer. First category is literature. At the beginning of Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, what is unusual about the character Alice sees who pulls out a pocket watch and exclaims, "Oh dear, I'm late"? Mila?
The White Rabbit.
A white rabbit. Here's your bonus. Who recited the poem, "Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Bat," in Alice's Adventures in Wonderland? Madison, y'all have an answer?
Shark Hat?
No, it is the Mad Hatter. Or you could have said the Hatter. The Mad Hatter. Abbreviations. The abbreviations of which two states can be combined to make the word deal, D-E-A-L. Grace?
Delaware.
And? Lucas?
Delaware and Alabama.
That is correct. Here's your bonus. What two state abbreviations can be combined to make the word mind? M-I-N-D. Joshua?
Minnesota and North Dakota.
You got one of them correctly. Correct, it was Michigan and North Dakota. Geography teams like a desert. It doesn't get much rain or have much vegetation. Unlike the desert, however, it is very cold and has types known as Bobby.
Antarctica.
That is incorrect. Now let me finish reading this. I'm going to start over. Like a desert, it doesn't get much rain or have much vegetation. Unlike the desert, however, it is very cold and has types known as alpine and arctic. Name this biome best known for its layer of permafrost. Cameron?
Winter?
No, it is the tundra. Tundra. No harm, no foul on that question, so we'll move to a new one, and it will be literature. This author was known to his friends as a serious hat collector. Two of his book titles are The 500 Hats of Bartholomew Gubbins and The Cat in the Hat. Name this author. Joshua?
Dr. Seuss.
Dr. Seuss is correct. Bonus question. In September of 2014, a new Dr. Seuss book was published. What is the name of this book? Have an answer?
We're going to go with one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish.
Oh, that's a good try. It is Horton and the Wooger Bug and More Lost Stories. Art. John James Audubon was an American artist famous for his pictures of nature. Did he specialize in pictures of reptiles, fish, birds, or butterflies? Cameron?
Reptiles.
No, not reptiles, but I'm glad to use one of those choices. Gianna?
Fish.
Not fish, it is birds. Spelling. During our last vacation, we enjoyed the magnificent scenery of the Grand Canyon. Spell scenery. Gianna?
S-C-E-N-E-R-Y.
That is correct. Here is your bonus. Hal accidentally knocked over a pitcher of lemonade. Spell accidentally. Lucas, give your answer to Joshua. Go ahead, Joshua.
A-C-C-I-D-E-N-T-L-Y.
That is incorrect, but is very close. A-C-C-I-D-E-N-T-A-L-L-Y. Science. Many sculptures are made of bronze, a hard metal with a brownish sheen. Is bronze made by mixing copper with tin, iron with zinc, copper with gold, or iron with silver? And I'm going to repeat those choices. Is bronze made by mixing copper with tin, iron with zinc, copper with gold, or iron with silver? Joshua?
Copper and tin.
Copper and tin is correct. Here's your bonus. Which one of these materials cannot be magnetized? Iron, aluminum, tin, or nickel? It's their bonus. Joshua?
Aluminum.
Aluminum is correct. Music. What name is given to the lowest male voice? Joshua?
Alto.
No, that's incorrect. Let's go down to Hunters Creek. And it is the bass. Bass. That is the end of our third round, and we will be right back with our final score in just a second. Join us then.
For all the papas out there, let's stop what we're doing and take a moment. A moment to be with our kids. They can be loud moments, goofy moments, sporty moments, dorky moments, kooky moments. Moments where we talk or walk or just hang out. It doesn't really matter. They all count, because every time dads take a moment to be with their kids, well, it's pretty momentous. So let's all take a moment to make a moment today.
When it comes to saving money,
What?
don't act like a baby.
Oh, it's like they're having their own little meeting.
This is so humiliating.
Be the boss.
I'm the boss.
What the?
Power nap. You were saying.
And make a budget.
Let's get to work.
Need a little help?
Stacy, read back the notes.
I can't read. What's it say?
Create a personalized savings plan and get other tools and tips
We can share.
You obviously didn't go to business school.
at feedthepig.org.
We had a great match today. It's always enjoyable to do these matches. Had a total of 48 points scored today. We ended with Carolina Forest having 36 points and Hunters Creek having 22 points. I want a big round of applause for yourselves for a job well done. And we really appreciate you watching. If you'll stay tuned, we'll be right back with a second match today featuring Queens Creek and Morton Elementary School. So see you in a few minutes.
Leaving hot coals improperly extinguished can cause a wildfire.
Hey guys, it's Smokey!
It looks as if Smokey is going to use the drown, stir, drown and feel technique. After the first drown, a good start. Next, another drink. And finally, a close feel.
Is it cool? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Smokey, catch! Oh, my bad, Smokey.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
They call me Prince like I'm royalty or something. But the places I've lived ain't no palaces. So I don't need grilled salmon or a new scratching post. Just give me a cardboard box and a can of tuna and we're good. You can even change my name. I'm cool being the kitty formerly known as Prince.
Thanks for joining us for the second round of today. We are, second match of today, excuse me. We're featuring Queens Creek and Morton Elementary Schools. You know that we want to meet these players so that we can begin right away. So let's start with Morton.
Hi, my name is Kaden Howard from Morton Elementary, Miss Schnarr's homeroom.
Hi, my name is Gabriela Garcia from Miss Minor's homeroom.
Hi, I'm Abigail Taylor from Miss Minor's homeroom.
Hi, I'm Logan Farrell from Miss Minor's homeroom.
The coach for Morton Elementary is Alicia Centeno. Let's meet our players for Queens Creek.
Hi, my name is Alex Strong and I'm in Miss Seeley's class.
Hi, my name is Anthony Sanchez and I'm from Miss Seeley's class.
Hi, my name is Delaney Horton and I am from Mr. Ramsey's class.
Hello, my name is Joseph Vinup, and I am in Miss Seeley's class.
The coaches for Queens Creek are Jeannie Guthrie and Jason Barnes. We're ready to begin. 7 questions goes to Queens Creek first. Math question for you. Sam wants to buy a jacket that costs $75 and has put it on layaway. He made a down payment of $35. If he plans on paying $5 per week, how long will it take for him to pay for the jacket? I'll repeat it. He wants to buy a jacket that costs $75 and he's put it on layaway. He made a down payment of $35. If he plans on paying $5 per week, how long will it take for him to pay for the jacket? Alex?
55 weeks.
No, that's incorrect, but I'm glad you guessed. Let's go down to Morton. The correct answer is 8 weeks. Science question. At these regions of the Earth's lithosphere, the convergence of oceanic and continental plates often causes earthquakes and volcanoes. What 2-word name is given to these areas where one plate of the Earth is thrust below another? Anthony?
Earthquakes?
No, they'd cause earthquakes. Morton? Logan?
Tectonic plates?
That's what we call the plates that shift, but what we're looking for are the regions, and they're called subduction zones. I wouldn't have gotten that one myself. Let's go to English. What does the prefix quad mean? It is used in the word quadrilateral, quadruplets, and quadrangle. Delaney?
4.
It does mean 4. History. They include, thou shalt not bear false witness, and honor your father and mother. Tell me the name of these rules given by God to biblical prophet Moses. Anthony?
The 10 Commandments.
The 10 Commandments is correct. Literature. Its main character chooses a bell from a reindeer's harness as the first Christmas gift and finds the bell can only be heard by those who believe in the spirit of Christmas. Name this story by Chris Van Allsburg, and it was made into a movie starring Tom Hanks. Anthony?
The Polar Express.
That is correct. Geography. It was broken away from Austria after World War I and then occupied by the Soviet Union until the fall of the Berlin Wall. Name this Central European country whose capital is Budapest. Morton? It is Hungary. Trivia is your final category. You're driving down a street and past the place you wanted to turn left. What kind of turn do you have to make with your car to get back to where you were? Delaney?
A U-turn.
A U-turn, and those kind of turns are almost becoming non-existent in our city and other big cities. Morton, 7 questions for you. Math is the first question. How much money do you have in your pocket? If you have 2 quarters, 2 dimes, 3 nickels, and a penny. How much money do you have in your pocket if you have 2 quarters, 2 dimes, 3 nickels, and a penny? Caden?
$1.26.
That's incorrect, but that's a good try. Queens Creek? Delaney?
86 cents.
86 cents. Science. It has its own pavilion in the California Science Center, which was reached in 2012 by Slow Journey on Los Angeles city streets. Identify this space shuttle named by American school children that carried Mae Jemison into space and orbited the Earth more than 4,000 times? Queens Creek? It is the Endeavour. English. The verbs swim, spin, drink, fling, and sink all have an irregular form in which the letter I changes to what other vowel when used after the word have? I'm looking for the letter the I changes to. Logan?
E.
Not E. Good try. Anthony?
A.
No, it's U, like swum, spun, drunk, flung, sunk. History. He crowned his wife Josephine Empress while he was Emperor of France. His invasion of Russia in 1812 caused Tchaikovsky to write his famous Overture. Name this world leader who sold the Louisiana Purchase to the United States. Queens Creek? Alex?
Thomas Jefferson?
Not Thomas Jefferson, Napoleon Bonaparte. You probably remember seeing him in pictures with his hand stuck inside his jacket. Literature. Its epilogue was written by Jonathan Harker, who tells of going back to Transylvania and quotes Dr. Van Helsing. Name this novel by Bram Stoker, originally titled The Undead, whose title character is both a count and a vampire. Queens Creek? Delaney?
Hotel Transylvania.
No, but you're on the right track. I like that. Dracula. Geography. Cities near it include Marquette, Michigan, and Duluth, Minnesota, whose Isle Royale is in the middle of it. Identify this northernmost, largest, and last alphabetically of the 5 Great Lakes. Queens Creek? Music. Its verse that talks about storm clouds far across the sea has never been as popular as its chorus. Name this classic song by Irving Berlin, sung at many baseball games since September 11, that talks about the mountains, the prairies, and the oceans white with foam. Queens Creek? Joseph?
Take Me Out to the Ball Game?
No, I like your answer though. It's God Bless America. And we're going to sing that at break today, so you'll remember it. That's the end of our first round. We'll be right back in just a few minutes.
Adding plus adding equals sum.
I teach because I believe that every child is capable and they all can grow and learn. I believe I teach because I think that education comes from within and that children need to know that they can learn and that they know that they're supported.
Open road, here comes the Heffley family.
Whether it's a short trip or a long haul.
Estimated time, 47 hours.
They will beg.
You're hungry? I'm happy to provide.
They will plead.
Deep fried butter on a stick.
But whatever you do, don't wimp out.
Now you're talking.
Make them buckle up.
He can't hurt.
Remember, safety first. Cheese curls second.
Are you orange?
Well, we're almost ready to begin round 2. We have a score right now of 10 points for Queens Creek, no points for Morton, but you know in this round we do have a bonus, so it's a chance to pick up a few extra points. Let's meet our new players for Morton.
Hi, my name is Josiah Caldwell from Miss Jordan's homeroom class.
Hi, my name is Donovan Bird from Miss Jordan's homeroom class.
Hi, my name's Lacey Agin and I'm from Miss Snar's homeroom.
Hi, my name is Caden Scott and I'm from Miss Jordan's class.
We also have some new participants for Queens Creek. Let's meet them.
My name is Caitlin Prekenfried, and I'm in Mr. Ramsey's class.
My name is Megan Brodson, and I am in Miss Seeley's class.
Welcome, new players. We've already reviewed our rules and we're ready to go. Morton, first question's yours in literature. Mending the Wall is a poem by Robert Frost, and it refers to repairing a rock fence. The last stanza goes like this: good fences make good blank, and you fill in the blank. Queens Creek? Megan?
Barriers?
Well, they do. The correct answer is good fences make good neighbors. Queens Creek math question next. Before it erupted, Mount St. Helens was 9,677 feet tall. After the eruption, it was only 8,363 feet tall. How much elevation did it lose during the eruption? Delaney?
1,314.
That is correct. Here is your bonus. The final score of a football game was 23-10. The winning team scored 2 touchdowns and 2 extra points. The rest of its score came from field goals. How many field goals did the team score? The final score of a football game was 23-10. The winning team scored 2 touchdowns and 2 extra points. The rest of its score came from field goals. How many field goals did the team score? Caitlin?
7.
No, 3. 3 field goals for 9 points. Good try. Morton, American presidents. Which of these men served as president first? Was it Wilson, Taft, Coolidge, or Truman? Donovan?
Truman?
Not Truman, but I'm glad you used one of those choices. Let's go to Queens Creek. Megan?
Coolidge?
No, it is Taft. But I'm glad y'all are using those choices. American history. Queens Creek. Near which of these American cities did the Battle of Bunker Hill take place during the Revolutionary War? Was it New York, Boston, Philadelphia, or Charleston?
Charleston?
That's incorrect, but I'm glad you used one of those choices. Let's go to Morton. Donovan?
Philadelphia?
It was Boston. Boston. If we had another time to circulate those answers, we'd have gotten that right. Let's go, Morton, to world geography. What range of mountain lies along the border of India and China? Queens Creek? Megan?
Mount Kilimanjaro?
What range of mountains? It is the Himalaya. Queens Creek science. Many insects go through stages as they grow. Which stage is the one just after the pupa stage? Is it the egg stage, the larva stage, the cocoon stage, or the adult stage? Caitlin?
The adult stage?
It is the adult stage. The pupa stage is the cocoon stage. Here is your bonus. Many insects, and snakes shed their skin from time to time as they grow. What is the term beginning with the letter M for the shedding of the skin by insects and snakes? Anthony, give your answer to Caitlin.
Molting?
Molting is correct. Morton music. What instrument has a name that means small viola in Italian? Donovan?
Violin?
Violin. Here's your bonus. How many strings does a violin have? Go ahead, Donovan.
4.
4 is correct. Queens Creek math. What is the least common multiple of 6 and 9? What is the least common multiple of 6 and 9? Delaney?
3.
Not 30. Good try. Let's go down to Morton. And it would be 18. Literature, Morton. In what Dr. Seuss book does a boy see a horse and a wagon on his way home from school, and then he slowly adds exciting details? Queens Creek? Megan?
What I saw on Millbury Street?
Say that one more time.
What I saw on Millbury Street?
I'll accept that. The correct answer is to think that I saw it on Mulberry Street, but I'll accept that. Here is the next question is going to Queens Creek. Vocabulary. Where would you go if you wanted to see stalactites and stalagmites? Would you go to a zoo, a dinosaur exhibit at a museum, an aquarium, or a cave? Caitlin?
A cave.
A cave. Here is your bonus. Stalactites and stalagmites are confusing. Which of them is the kind that hangs down from the ceiling of a cave like icicles? Caitlin?
Stalactites.
Stalactites is correct. Good. And that is the end of our second round, and we'll be back with that third round in just a few minutes. See you then.
They're coming. Places, everybody.
Light check. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Everything looks good on our end.
And lights.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Hey Gabby, how you doing? How's the play date and sleepover?
Dad, it was great.
Awesome. Okay, I'm on my way. Hey guys, what are you doing?
We're going swimming. We're going biking. Yeah.
I'll see you in a little bit, guys. I love you. Hi, babe. How was school today?
Hi, Dad. It was great.
Okay, honey. I'll be home soon. Remember, you're never too far away from your kids to be a dad. Reach out and take a second to check in, because sometimes the smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life.
Right now we have Queens Creek with 26 points and Morton with 6. We also know that in this round there's a great chance of adding a lot more points to your score, so we expect that to happen in this round. We don't have any new players, and we're ready to begin. These are true toss-up questions. Spelling is the first category. Spell the word that means a book written about the life of the author. Donovan?
Biography.
That's incorrect. Let's move up to Queens Creek. Megan?
Autobiography.
That is correct. Here is, you see your mistake there, Donovan? You were on the right track. Here's your bonus, Queens Creek. Spell the name of a large, nearly extinct animal that has on or 2 horns on its nose. Megan?
Mammoth.
That is incorrect. It is rhinoceros. Huh?
Did the question say extinct?
It did. Rhinoceros. Mythology. Who was the Greek goddess of victory? Her name is used by a major sportswear manufacturer. Caitlin?
Nike.
Nike. For your bonus, oracles were important people in Greek and Roman religion. Which of these did oracles do? Conduct sacrifices, predict the future, heal the sick, or chant hymns to the gods? Megan?
Predict the future.
Predict the future. Very good. Space science. The planet Mercury is closest to the Sun. How big is it compared to the Earth? Is it half as big, about the same size, twice as big, or 4 times as big? Caitlin?
Half the size.
It is half as big, that's correct. For your bonus, one of the main jobs of the space shuttle is to carry people, supplies, and equipment to the ISS. In the last few years, some very rich tourists have even visited the ISS. What does ISS stand for? Megan?
International Space Station.
That is correct. I'm glad none of you said in-school suspension. American government. How many justices are there on the United States Supreme Court? Megan?
12?
No, they're not 12. Let's go down to Abby.
3.
No, they're 9. 9 Supreme Court justices. World geography. In 1998, the capital and chief port of Portugal held the last and largest World's Fair of the 20th century. What city was it held in? Caitlin?
France.
No, not France. Let's go to Morton. And it was held in the capital city of Portugal is Lisbon. Famous Americans. What famous African American woman inspired the bus boycott in Montgomery, Alabama that helped end segregation in that city? Megan?
Rosa Parks.
Rosa Parks it is. For your bonus, another famous American is Alan Shepard. Is he famous as an explorer, an astronaut, a scientist, or a war hero? Let me give you those choices again. I read them pretty fast. Is he famous as an explorer, astronaut, scientist, or war hero? Megan?
War hero?
No, he was an astronaut. He actually was the first American to fly into space. Vocabulary. Which of these words is not a synonym of the others? Is not a synonym of the others. Shorten, reduce, curtail, expand, or lessen. Megan?
Expand.
Expand is correct. For your bonus, which of these words is an antonym of all the others? Is an antonym of all the others. Mournful, sad, dismal, doldrums, or jovial. Megan?
Jovial.
Jovial is correct. U.S. presidents. Presidents have had many interesting jobs before becoming president. Only one president was a professional actor. He followed Jimmy Carter in office. Was he Eisenhower, Reagan, Kennedy, or Clinton? Megan?
Reagan.
It was Reagan. For your bonus, President Jimmy Carter had an unusual career before he went into politics. Was he a service station manager, a peanut farmer, an airline pilot, or a railroad track layer? Megan?
Peanut farmer?
He was the old peanut farmer. Literature. What word completes the title of Thomas Rockwell's novel, How to Eat Fried Blank? Caitlin?
How to eat fried worms.
Worms. For your bonus, in how to eat fried worms, how many worms did Billy bet Allen he could eat, and how long was he to take? Megan?
15 worms and 1 a day.
Okay, 15 worms in 1 a day. It would have been taken him 15 days. And that is the end of our third round. Is that correct? Yeah, it was our third round. It doesn't seem like it. Did a great job. We'll be right back with our score in just a second.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Add in plus add in equals sum.
I teach because I believe that every child is capable and they all can grow and learn. I believe I teach because I think that education comes from within and that children need to know that they can learn and that they know that they're supported.
Well, we had an exciting match today. Had a lot of questions we went through, and I learned a lot of things too as we called out these questions. We ended with Queens Creek 60 points and Morton with 6. We hope that you will join me in joining these kids and celebrating themselves. Good job. And we will be right back with another match today, our third match, and we'll have Hunters Creek playing Morton. So we'll see you in a few minutes. Hope you'll join us.
And we are here to congratulate Mr. Timothy Foster for receiving the Principal of the Year Award from Wells Fargo for 2018. Can you believe it? Tim Foster. Congratulations, Tim. Appreciate it.
We're proud of you for what you do with our children, and it's wonderful that you're able to mold these children over the years. I've always heard those great stories and the roads that you are going to take still in leading our young people is tremendous. So thank you, and congratulations again for this great honor.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
They told me a bottle couldn't dream, that I would never become a superhero. But I learned how to fly, just to come back in a new disguise and be the hero that I've always wanted to be.
Well, we're back with our third match of today. We're featuring Hunters Creek, who played earlier, and Morton, who played earlier. Let's meet our players for Hunters Creek first.
Hi, my name is Grace McAllister, and I'm in Senor Balaguer's homeroom class.
Hi, my name is Cameron Harris, and I'm in Miss Henry's homeroom class.
Hi, my name is Molly Rosenfeld, and I'm in Miss Henry's homeroom class.
Hi, my name is Joshua Ledbetter, and I'm in Senor Balaguer's homeroom class.
And Susan Holder is the coach for Hunters Creek. Let's meet our players for Morton.
Hi, my name is Caden Scott, and I'm from Miss Jordan's class. Hi, my name is Caden Howard, and I'm from Miss Schnarr's class. Hello, my name is Donovan Bird. I'm from Miss Jordan's homeroom class.
Hi, my name is Logan Farrell from Miss Minor's homeroom class.
And the coach for Morton is Leisha Centeno. We're ready to begin. Morton, 7 questions goes to you, and then we will have 7 that will go to Hunters Creek. Morton, math question first. What is the product of 7 and 40? What is the product of 7 and 40? Donovan?
280.
280 it is. Science. In biology, strawberries belong to the same plant family as what flower, whose stem contains thorns and whose red version is often bought by a man for his wife or girlfriend? That's their question right now. Caden?
Rose.
Roses is correct. Caden in the middle between Donovan and, yes. You answered it correctly. It is the rose. English. Mr. and Mrs. Morton just celebrated their 20th wedding anniversary. Spell anniversary. Donovan?
ANNIVERSARRY.
That is incorrect. Very close, though. Let's go to Hunters Creek. Grace.
ANNIVERSERY.
That's incorrect. You missed it by 1 letter. It is ARY. ANNIVERSARY. And you said E. History. In 1847, the Battle of Buena Vista featured a small army of Americans against a Mexican force 3 times its size and was led by General Santa Anna. The U.S. victory was the beginning of the political career of what general who later became U.S. President and was named Old Rough and Ready? Donovan?
George Washington.
No, good try though. Let's go to Hunters Creek. Grace?
Thomas Jefferson.
No, that's a good try as well. They were all presidents, but it's Zachary Taylor was Old Rough and Ready. Literature, a very popular series of books, tells the adventures of Arthur the Aardvark. What is Arthur's little sister's name in these books? It's their question right now, Molly. Okay, Molly, go ahead.
DW.
DW is correct. Geography. On which continent would you find the state of Israel? It's Morton's question. Okay, Joshua, would you like that? Go ahead.
Europe?
Not Europe, Asia. That's okay, Cameron. You're trying to keep Miss Sewell on cue, aren't you? Trivia. One of the first ones was taken in 1914 by Russian Grand Duchess. Today, millions of people take one to put up on social media. Give the common term now used for an informal photo that people take of themselves using a smartphone. Caden?
Selfie.
A selfie, and that is correct. And now 7 questions goes to Hunters Creek. Math question. What is the lower number in a fraction? Cameron?
Itself.
No, that's incorrect. Let's go up to Morton. Caden?
Denominator.
Denominator. Science. Some common forms of this change include melting, freezing, boiling, cutting, and blending. Name this type of scientific change, which is different from a chemical change in that no new chemical substance is created as a result. What kind of change is it? Morton? It is a physical change. English. A stethoscope is the device that usually has one end in a doctor's ear and the other on your chest or heart. Spell stethoscope. Cameron?
Steethascope.
That is incorrect. It is so close, though. I'd like to give you a point for being close. I can't. Morton? Logan?
STHYSCOPE.
No, you're very close as well. It's STETHOSCOPE. History. In the early 1400s, what Chinese admiral led expeditions to Indonesia, India, and Eastern Africa? Morton? And that would either be Zheng He or Xing Ho. Could have had, I think they're the same person. Let's go to literature. Name the short story by American author Washington Irving about a man who falls asleep in the mountains and wakes up 20 years later. Grace?
My Side of the Mountain.
No, that's a good try. Morton? And that would be old Rip Van Winkle. Geography. Its tributaries include the Santa Fe and the Pecos. Name this river that stretches from Colorado to the Gulf of Mexico. It passes through Texas cities of El Paso and Laredo and serves for about 1,000 miles as the border between the United States and Mexico. We're looking for the name of that river. Molly?
Mississippi River.
Not the Mississippi. It is a long river as well. Morton? Donovan?
The Colorado River.
No, that's a good try. It's the Rio Grande. Art. In the last decade of his life, Spanish painter Francisco de Goya created a set of 14 depressing and savage paintings on the walls of his house in Madrid, Spain. Give the colored title of the set paintings, a color that small children often use when coloring to indicate anger, fear, or sadness. Joshua?
Black.
That is correct. Black paintings. And that is the end of our first round. We will be right back with our second in just a minute. Join us then.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. You know, but it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, you know, she's putting them in the same basket again. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
Na 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 na, I love you so. I love you, I love you. La 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 la, la 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 la.
We're here.
Yay!
It's a short drive from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
Well, we're back with the round two. We're getting ready to begin in just a minute. We have new players. We'd like you to meet them in just a second. But let me tell you the score. We have 8, Morton, 4 points for Hunters Creek. We also know there's a bonus in this round, so we expect a few more points to be added. Let's meet our new players for Hunters Creek.
Hi, my name is Miley Ramos, and I'm in Miss Waller's homeroom. Hi, my name is Madison Smith, and I'm in Mr. Balaguero's homeroom class.
Hi, my name is Haley Chastain, and I'm in Mr. Balaguero's homeroom class.
And let's meet our new players for Morton.
Hi, my name is Gabriela Garcia from Miss Minor's homeroom class. Hi, my name is Lacey Adrian, and I'm from Miss Snar's homeroom.
Hi, my name is Abigail Taylor from Miss Minor's homeroom class.
Hi, my name is Josiah Caldwell from Miss Jordan's homeroom class.
Welcome, new players. We're ready to begin. Let me remind you for the next time when y'all are announcing your names, look up at that camera and smile, because there's somebody out here or on and home that's going to see you, and they want to see that pretty smile. Okay, we're ready to begin. Hunters Creek, first question is yours in abbreviations. Which two state abbreviations can be combined to make the word wine? W-I-N-E. Madison?
Wisconsin and Nebraska.
That is right. Here's your bonus. Which state abbreviations can be combined to make the word rind? R-I-N-D, which is the hard outer covering of a fruit, such as a watermelon. Madison, you have an answer for your team? Okay, the correct answer is Rhode Island and North Dakota. Morton, math question for you. Daniel cut 5 pieces of wood for a project. Each piece was 1 2/3 feet long. How many feet of wood did he cut in all? He cut 5 pieces of wood, each was 1 2/3 feet long. How many feet of wood did he cut in all? Hunters Creek? Correct answer is 8 1/3 feet. 8 1/3 feet. We don't get the bonus, but we will save it for another day. Let's go to Hunters Creek history. The famous composer Richard Wagner wrote a march to celebrate America's centennial. In what year did America's centennial occur? Was it 1776, 1826, 1876, or 1926? Miley?
1876.
1876 is correct. Here's your bonus. The year 1066 is as important in one country as 1776 is in the United States, though for a different reason. In which of these countries is the year 1066 an historically important year? Is it France, Spain, China, or Great Britain? Madison?
China.
No, Great Britain. It was the year of the Norman Conquest. Morton, science. Which planet has an orbit that brings it closer to the Earth? Hunters Creek? Miley?
The moon.
Sorry?
The moon.
No, it is a planet. It's Venus. Hunters Creek vocabulary. What term is used to refer to a geometric figure made with straight lines? Haley? Not a parallel. Morton? It would be the polygon. Morton, organizations. What organization with the initials SA is a church but has a military organization, and it offers help to homeless people and disaster victims? We happen to be building a new one in Onslow County. Hunters Creek? And it is the Salvation Army. Hunters Creek, math question. Express the fraction 2/8 as a percent. Express the fraction 2/8 as a percent. Madison?
25%.
Very good, young lady. Here's your bonus. Sam scored 20% of his team's points in their last basketball game. If the team scored 35 points in the game, how many points did Sam score? Sam scored 20% of his team's points in their last basketball game. If the team scored 35 points in the game, How many points did Sam score? Madison?
5.
No, that's close. 7. Morton constellations. What constellation is called the Twins? Hunters Creek? Gemini. Hunters Creek spelling. At the beauty parlor, a shampoo and set costs $15. Spell shampoo. Molly?
SHAMPOO.
That is correct. For your bonus, we couldn't finish the laundry because we ran out of detergent. Spell laundry. Madison?
LAUNDRY.
That is correct. Good. And that is the end of our second round, and we'll be back with my favorite, the third round. We'll see you then.
Every year, 40% of all food in the U.S. never gets eaten.
40%. That's almost half the food we produce.
Food waste is a serious problem. It impacts all of us.
And it's expensive. Your family is throwing $1,500 a year in the trash.
We're working hard to put food waste on the chopping block.
And you can do the same at home.
Learn how to cook it, store it, and share it.
Just don't waste it.
Go to savethefood.com.
We're back with the final round in this particular match. We have a score right now. 8 points separates the score. Morton has 8 points and Hunters Creek has 16. We've no new participants, so we're ready to begin. True toss-up questions, and the first category is Canadian geography. Which province of Canada is located farthest east? Is it Quebec, New Brunswick, Alberta, or Newfoundland and Labrador? Cameron?
Newfoundland?
That is correct. Labrador and Newfoundland are together, so that's correct. Here's your bonus. Which Canadian province is located farthest west? Its capital is Victoria, but its largest city is Vancouver. Madison, got an answer? It's a British Columbia. Grammar teams, listen to this sentence and tell me what punctuation marks are needed and where they go. Margaret, are you going to the party? Margaret, are you going to the party? Caden?
You need a comma after Margaret and a period at the end.
That is incorrect. Let's go down here to Hunters Creek. Molly?
You need a comma after Margaret and a question mark after.
Question mark. That's the only thing, Caden. Very good. Here is your bonus. Listen to this sentence and tell me which words need to be capitalized. Walt Whitman wrote famous poems about American life. Walt Whitman wrote famous poems about American life. Madison?
Walt Whitman and American.
Very good. Literature. What is the name of the boy who is a friend of Winnie the Pooh? Logan?
Christopher Robinson.
I'm going to accept that. It is Christopher Robin, not Robinson, but I'm going to accept it because you gave me that first name. Isn't that going to be a movie pretty soon? I think I saw that advertised. Here's your bonus. Who wrote the stories about Christopher Robin and Winnie the Pooh? Correct answer is A.A. Milne. Ancient history. In 2005, X-rays of his mummified body allowed scientists to reconstruct the appearance of which boy ruler of ancient Egypt? Logan?
King Tut.
King Tut is correct. Oop, sorry, Cameron. You accidentally hit that, I think. Here's your bonus. What ancient ruler of Rome was assassinated in 44 BC? The month of July was named after him. And that would be Julius Caesar. Sports. What is it called when a bowler knocks down all the pins with a single roll, Cameron?
Strike.
A strike. For your bonus, what is a perfect score in bowling? Is it 100? Is there a bonus right now, Donovan? That's okay. What is a perfect score in bowling? Is it 100, 200, 300, or 400? Madison?
200.
It's 300. Geometry. What is the general term for a quadrilateral with opposite sides which are parallel? Mila?
Square.
Not a square. Can't give you another try, Cameron. We got to go up to Morton. Logan?
Rectangle.
No, a parallelogram. Science. What do you call more than one fungus? Grace?
Fungi.
Fungi. Here is your bonus. Bacteria is a plural name of more than one of a kind of one-celled organisms. What is only one of these organisms called? Madison, you have a guess?
No.
Well, it is a bacterium. A bacterium. Vocabulary. Which one of these can capsize? A stove, a sewing machine, a zebra, or a boat? Cameron?
Boat.
A boat. For your bonus, sailors have unusual names for things they use on a boat. One of the things that sailboats have aboard are sheets. Are sheets ropes, rudders, sails, or anchors? It's their bonus. Sorry, Donovan. Madison?
Sails.
No, they're ropes. They raise and lower the sails. Music. What name is given to the lowest female voice? Logan?
Bass.
Not bass. Let's go to Hunter's Creek. It is alto. Female lowest voice is alto. Lowest male voice is bass. But I'm glad you're thinking. Let's go to science. What force causes the needle of a compass to point in a certain direction? Is it Logan?
North Pole and South Pole.
That's incorrect. Now, let me repeat this question for you, Hunters Creek. What force causes the needle of a compass to point in a certain direction? Is it heat, inertia, gravity, or magnetism? Madison?
Magnetism.
It is magnetism. Bonus question for you. A compass does not point directly at the North Pole, but to the spots near it where the Earth's magnetic force is centered. What is this place called? Madison? Logan was hitting on it right a little bit while ago. It is north, or the magnetic pole north. And that is the end of our final round. We'll be right back with our final score in just a second. See you then.
I look cute now, but when my owner lost his job, it was rough. I was living on the street, and one night, me and this Cocker Spaniel got into it so bad, I wound up looking like an ice cream cone. I cried a little bit, but thankfully I got rescued, so I'm running, I'm jumping, all back to my old self, and I'm ready to give unconditional love, even if you put a lampshade on my head.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
We had a lot of fun today doing this match, and as always, I enjoy this. Total of 44 points scored. Hunters Creek ended with 32 points and Morton with 12, and I like a big round of applause because they did all the work. Good job, y'all. We always appreciate you watching. We hope you'll join us next week when we'll feature some more schools. See you then.